Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! It's your buddy Cooper here, and today we are going to be getting ourselves a brand new partner. And because we're getting ourselves a brand new partner, that does mean that our deck will also be changing. So let's go take a look at all the partners. We did Sartorius, but we haven't done Evil Sartorius. We've done Jesse, which basically could just be the lights. Serena is now unlocked. That is a new character we can play as, though we have apparently had a loss to her and a win against her. Vice Chancellor Bonaparte is on the board. Thelonious Viper. Atticus Rhodes, two forms that I would rather not ever have to see again, but I bet you one of these days we're going to have to. Jagger Princeton, Mr. Gambler, Yasmin, Titan, Evil form, regular form we already did. The Paradox Brothers, Banner, regular form, evil form we've already done. They're both evil though. Abidos III, Kagemaru. Yeah, not that many characters left when you really think about it. So I think in order to keep things interesting, we're going to partner up with Serena. Yep, Serena. Together, we will be known as Witchtail. So I'm very curious what deck the game gives Serena, because like there's a couple decks you could give her. You can go the Monarch route or you can go the Dark Creator route, depending on what you decide to go with. So yeah, you're going to be my partner. Yeah, okay, she says to be calm. So in order to prepare for partnering up with her, we need to make a deck that has nothing to do with her. We need to just make a solid deck. So our first decks typically are just kind of whatever. So let's go ahead and let's look at the cards, and then we'll make a deck based on what we see. Looking at the cards, I'm looking. Yes, even just looking for a second is enough to figure out what is worth trying out and what is not. So this is, oh, it's Load of Darkness. Okay, I thought, oh, it is Dark Creator. See, it says Dark Creator in the top left. Okay, so this is Dark Creator. This is the boss monster I expect to see from her. But since we don't know if she's even going to use that, I want to use any deck possible. So looking at all the cards and looking at all the decks and looking at everything that's a possibility, I think we're going to do another mix-up deck, kind of like last time where we made a zombie Tyrant Dragon deck that worked out really well. So today's mix-up is going to be... I want it to be something a little more interesting, though. It can't just be a basic tribute. Maybe we try... Horus is busted. You know what? We could try going for a busted deck. You know what? Why not? Yeah, I only have 2 Horus, so it's not like I can abuse it. If I had more than 2, 100% it'd be abusable, but only 2? I mean, come on, that's not even that scary when you think about it. Alright, so we're going to get some Horus cards, and you'll understand why later. I don't think we need 2 level 8s. We can chill with just 1. So now that we have Horus cards, let's get our deck idea together. So our deck idea is going to be go to key search. Let's go with destroy monster first. So I want cards that destroy monsters. Mirror Force, get in the deck. TT, get in the deck. None of these are that important. They're not bad, but they're not that important. Trojan Blast, 2-pronged attack. Yeah, let's put in 2-pronged attack. I think that's a great idea. Tragedy, get in the deck. Yeah. 1,000 Knives, not too important. Suit of Swords, Solemn Judgment has value, but is not too important. Skull Lair, a banishing deck? No, let's not work with that. We already have an idea. Alright. It looks like we have our idea. So now that we've done a few destruction cards, I was actually hoping for more. Let's reset. Let's go to... Do they have any key searches for immune monsters? Probably not. So I have to do a search. Alright. Let's say... Defense. Specifically cards that target defense. Our goal is going to involve targeting defense. So any of these cards that have anything specific to say about defense. Stumbling, I only have 1, but screw it, put it in. If I only have one, that's really not enough to make the deck idea work, though. That is a good point. All right. No, that's not enough to make the idea work. We'll wait until we get more stumblings. Plus, it would be a stall strat. People would probably get mad at me. People would probably get mad at me if we're being honest. So instead of that, let's run a strategy that's a little more basic. Let's say text search, search the word unaffected, because you know what? Recently, I've been getting screwed over by cards, like a bunch of trap cards. So let's get some monsters that are unaffected by traps in our deck, like Elemental Hero Wildheart, Mr. Shien. Yeah, some invincible monsters from traps. There are a few in here that would work against spells, too. I guess that's an idea. Dust Barrier would make it normal monsters, unaffected by spells specifically. I was actually hoping more for trap, but I guess I could run Legendary Fisherman and just really go out with... Okay, so I'm going to have immune to spell and trap cards. How about that? Cards that are immune to spells and traps. Deep Sea Warrior also fits that bill, so even though these cards are just huge bricks, I mean, hey... Gotta build you gotta build your house with something, right, guys? Bricks it will be. Let's go for it. Torpedo Fish, yeah, technically it's also unaffected, but let's just assume that one's not as important. So we're gonna have cards that are unaffected. That is our deck idea. Well, I guess the horse does get to join, but it's not intended. Silent Swords in level 5, does that say unaffected? Yeah, it does. Okay, I get in the deck. Go ahead. Alright, 3 Silent Swordsman level 5s. I don't think we need your evolve form. I think unaffected is good enough. Okay. So we have a bunch of monsters. The problem is they are not immune, so we need to search the card a Legendary Ocean. Oh, whoops, not search. I need search, text search. The word legendary should do it. So we'll go over here with A, run that. We're going to need 3 of these, no questions asked. And yeah, there are a lot of cards that have legendary, but Warrior of Atlantis, I only own 2. So I need to buff up the deck with some Terras. Terraforming, that is. Alright, so we go to normal spell cards, and we will terraform. It's not hard to find terraform because there's not that many normal spell cards. There's only like 1 billion. There we go. Terraform. Let's get some extras just because we have to be sure. So this deck can brick very easily. So that's a weakness. So we need to draw some spells, traps, and monsters that can make up for a bricky deck that also don't matter against cards that are unaffected by spells, traps, and monsters. Okay. So to do that, we're going to look for special summons, which people told me it was right there the whole time. That's super funny. That must have drove people crazy in that other episode where I didn't even see it. Alright, so I need special summons that I can use as tribute or not use as tribute, depending on the situation. What are the most special summoning monsters that can help? They don't have to be immune to spells and traps, even though it'd be nice if they were. Dandelion is one of the best, yeah. Dandelion is just a handy guy. Looking. It's got to be something better than these guys. Silent Swordsman level 3 technically fits with the deck at least. And it's immune to targeting effects, so it has its own unaffected thing. And then Shining Angel can get that monster specifically. Okay. Okay, too many monsters now, so now we're gonna, trim the fat. We don't need this many Silent Swordsmans. We don't need this many Legendary Fishermans. We definitely don't need this many Deep Sea Warriors. We are going to need some spells and traps that both affect and don't affect people. So let us go and get into spells and traps that will affect everybody, starting with continuous cards. Start with continuous cards. Which of these cards would affect us and them that could actually work out? Skill Drain is useless. Royal Decree, I could not need it. I don't need it. If anything, I need cards that stop monsters. So we can run a deck that either summons a bunch of monsters or stops a bunch of monsters. Gravity Bind technically is usable in this deck. I would be... Okay, put this deck on the list. I'm putting myself on the list, everybody. It's probably a terrible idea to put that in the deck, but let's do it. All right. I am now on the list. Doesn't look like there's much else I should actually run continuous trap-wise. Continuous spell-wise, that's when things are going to get a little creative. Okay, what continuous spells would not bother us, but would bother them? Something. I mean, that stumbling would actually work for a few of our cards. But we can make it a little more simple. You know what? I'm already on the list. I'm already on the list. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I'm evil now. Rapook is back. You guys are gonna suffer. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have made this deck at 3 a.m. This is gonna be evil. This is gonna be really evil. United We Stand for now. I'll put it in, but I'm probably gonna take it back out. Let me go. Yeah. Swords doesn't affect anything I care about. Premature Burial is still just a good card. Rhoda is very good for this deck. MST, sure. I'm not too worried about... Honestly, I'm not too worried about spells or traps, so maybe I don't want to run MST. Mirror Force is still a Mirror Force. There's no reason not to run a Mirror Force. Give me a Mage Power while we're at it. Give me 2, because I want 2. Yeah, just give me everything. Heavy Storm, just in case I have to destroy my own spells and traps. Maybe that's the reason. Giant Trinity is really good for this deck. Okay, yeah, this is an evil deck. Like, it has a huge weakness, its lack of attack points. And no, we're not going to go to Horse level 8. That's not the point, even though there's no spell cards that could stop us. Well, actually, there are, but screw it. We're not going to go to Horse level 8. We're going to not do that. So I'm going to hit a lot of the spells that we don't actually need. Screw the MST. Keep the double Rhoda. Hit a Messenger of Peace. Hit 1 Terraforming and the deck's fine. Alright, deck's fine. Let's do it. This is going to be the grossest deck I ever made. This is another deck that's going to be on the list. And this one's this is the most list-worthy deck I've ever made. We're going to call it... Stall. Very simple, not creative, but that's okay. Some decks don't have to be creative because this is not a creative deck. It's an evil deck, and evil people aren't creative. In fact, all they do is steal creation. Ultimate Buzz, goodbye. Ultimate Buzz had a purpose. This deck's purpose is to make other characters suffer, including my own partner if I'm not careful. So let's get out there, Serena, and let me go be evil. All right, who's going to suffer my curse the first time I fight them? Which character deserves to die? No one is in the rooms next door, so nobody lives near me. Except these guys. Oh, yeah. You deserve it, Bonaparte. Yeah. Now, problem is Bonaparte runs traps that actually affect his monsters, like Rising Energy. So, honestly, my deck is probably not good against his, but who cares? Who cares? I'm going to run Messenger of Peace and ruin his deck. Oh, but he has Chiron the Mage. He has a lot of cards that could actually totally ruin everything I'm planning to do. Especially since, again, I'm running a very weak deck. The highest attack points I have are 2,300. Alright, well, evil cards already. Shining Angel's perfect. I don't need to Gravity Bind just yet. I will only set Mirror Force, because if I set Gravity Bind, there is a chance my opponent will mess with me. And destroy everything. Perfect timing for a rat. The rat will attack. Shining Angel will help me. Now, he is known for being the trap guy, and one problem with my deck is half the deck stops traps and the other half is a spell stopper, so we drew the spell stoppers, unluckily enough. Literally every card we have right now has to do with spell cards, so just not the right situation to be in, unsurprisingly. Alright, so let's assume that if I don't Giant Trunade, we die. So let's Giant Trunade, see if he reacts. Yeah. If I don't Giant Trunade, we die. I activate Monster Reborn. I know, it's kind of greedy. I'm going to use Monster Reborn to bring back Silent Swordsman level 3. And then I could go Mr. Fish, but I'm going to go with Silent Swordsman. So I have 2 monsters immune to spells against a guy who pretty much only uses traps. And yes, I could have... Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to evolve even if I could have, but I'm not going to because there is no one to evolve into. It's not about making it to final forms. It's mostly just about summoning cool level monsters that are unaffected. And yes, we could have run Spell Counselor to completely stop all spells or Jinzo to stop all traps, but that's not the point. I see. DD Warrior is a good choice, which is why I'm going to reset Mirror Force to protect our spell stoppers. Ah.
What?
That's not even a bad idea, honestly. But I know he has 2 trap cards, so if I don't draw my 1 Heavy Storm or my Trap Immune monster, we might just die to a Mirror Force. Since I started it, why wouldn't he? Alright. Or I can win the duel right now. Or I could win the duel right now. And he didn't get Mirror Force. Yeah, I like these odds better. I'm liking these odds. 4,600 damage. He has to come back with 200. And no, we don't really run burn, but that's okay. Unless I put Magic Cylinder in the deck, then I guess that counts. Alright, I set this card up, and there's nothing he can do to me. Hey there, Rocket Warrior. Like I said, nothing you can do. Nope, that just thins out my deck, and I'm a big fan of that. I am a big fan of thinning out my deck. So based on him not using the trap cards, they are buffing cards that or Kunai with Chain or something that have to do with his monster. So the second I attack his monster, I'm going to lose a monster on my side of the field. Guaranteed to lose a monster on my side of the field. So a trap immune monster or a spell immune monster might be okay. Alright, let's go. MST or Dust Tornado would stop me from doing this. Okay, so one of them was MST. But the other one can still easily be Rising Energy or something like that. Alright, I attack to find out. This is for game. Or he sucks! There's no Rising Energy or anything back there? What are you running? Fake trap? Dude, what the hell? Alright, well, what about Mindy? Mindy is also a list character, a character that definitely would be on the list, but since I am also a list character, I should be able to win. But the problem is, even though I'm a list character, she runs traps and spells that both stall or do burn. I don't run burn. I'm just an anti-unaffected card because I'm tired of getting stalled out. I am the stall that will stop all stall. Alright, Mindy, let's see it. This time I drew a lot of stuff, actually. You don't really want to draw the Silent Swordsman level 3s. And this is why we are... Okay. And this is 100% why, because she just started with a really good start. But luckily for me, I do have a combo in my hand. Unless she started Des Koala, this is going to work out pretty well for me. I summon Legendary Fisherman, who is unaffected by spells. And I attack. Ah, rat's even scarier. Alright, so the rat's like, what the? You're beating my spell card. And I'm like, yes, I'm beating your spell card. I built this deck to stop the stall characters. I shouldn't have joined them, honestly. But I did want to stop them. Okay, why? Wait, no. Ah, my life points. I need a second monster. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Ma'am, that changes nothing. In fact, all that means is you can't attack me. So now my Silent Swordsman can transform and become a problem. And I can't let you keep the Wombat because the Wombat means you'll win the duel. So let's not let that happen. And now that I have this guy, unless you have a monster with 1400 attack that isn't level 4, you can't hit me. I am on a time limit. I really need to get either a Spell Trap Destruction or more monsters to get in there. I'm gonna get more monsters to go in there. Here we go, I draw. Okay, game, you think you're funny. You think you're very funny. This is the weakness of running the field spell, but it did work out because Legendary Fisherman's online thanks to that play. And I got 2 Silent Swordsmen that are also going to be online quite soon. Alright, eventually we're going to have to get through that rat. That is a fact. We have to get through the rat eventually, so why not now? Plus, I'm sure she's just going to go into Nimble Momonga, and then I'll have to get through the Nimble Momongas, and then I will end up losing the duel because she'll just burn me to death, and I can't stop her. Oh! Okay. I'm not used to you using a monster like that. And the reason I attacked them was because she runs that cat card. Remember, she was on our team. She was one of our best partners, honestly. Even better than Sartorius. Yeah, the cat with 2 tails, and she needs a monster on her field to make it work. We're running out of time, but we have a lot of monsters now, so as long as she doesn't keep getting special summon cards, we're going to be fine. I draw. Yeah, baby. And since Silent Swordsman level 3 is a warrior, I could search another one with Rhoda, since it's one of the only things I can search that could go underneath all of her spell cards. Even though I'd like to get my Wild Heart, he's just not useful in this case. So, and no, I can't go up, but I could just tribute for Horus, so it doesn't really matter. I don't need 3 transformations. Alright, let's do this. You can go first, find out what it is. It's Mecha. That is getting our life points quite low. That is worrying. She didn't get any traps, though, so that's kind of nice that she has no traps to stop us. Oh, they're both Mecha. My life points are near death. But again, thanks to her 2 spell cards, she is in trouble. Yes, the anti-stall is working. Anti-stall. It's enough to win me the duel. Yep, that is a GG. Your own spell card's going to be the death of you. Dark Snake Syndrome. 16. I took the 16. Oh my god, that was basically my last turn. If she got one more turn, she would have had us end in a draw. Hey, not bad. Who else? Sedina's on the list. Come here. Yeah, you're on the list. I think you're on the smell list, but you're still on a list. I can fight all list duelists now. That was actually perfect. I drew all my non-spell guys. And she started the duel with the most annoying spells in the game, and I was ready for her. It feels so good to be ready for it. Alright. Let's see what we start with. Interesting Hand is what we started with. I'm going to set this card in hopes that it dies, and then I'm going to summon Horus, and I'm keeping him around until I get my field spell. He's kind of useless without the field spell. Alright, Mr. Smell List, because you mistreat women, let's see what you got. And honestly, I shouldn't even just say women. He probably mistreats everybody, but it's on screen mistreated women. Alright, let's see what you got. Trap cards? No trap cards. Loving the situation. I draw. Deepseated Warrior, another card that's waiting for a field spell, which I drew 3. I got 3 of last time. Horus, I could evolve you, but not in this deck. This deck, 23, is going to be our maximum output for a non-spell card. Non-spell monster. Our trap monsters can get stronger. That would only matter if he owns a really good tribute monster, and then I'll be so sad that I don't have a Horus level 8. Because I could have negated it. Shit, he does. Oh, that beats everything I own. But I admit, if I draw a field spell, it doesn't. I did not. Alright, fine then. Shining Angel, go do stuff. I mean, I could give this to other people too, but Shining Angel will do. Shining Angel, go do stuff. Yep, we can. I don't want to set that. That might be how I come back. Mage Power, go for it. Alright, the biggest beater there is, the Shining Angel, at the same power as an Obelisk the Tormentor. Sedina, that Thunder deck ain't working out so well. I know it's a light deck, but still. Uh-oh, wait, do you have it? Oh, he totally has it. I mean, it's not enough defense, but... he's going for my token. And Card of Safe Return has value. Okay. I respect it, I respect it. He's trying to get more spell trap destruction stuff. Alright, you bummer. How dare you kill my guy. Field spell? No, but I can reset where my equips go, so that's kind of cool. Let's just buff myself a little bit more. I'm sad I can't summon a second monster right now, but I did say they were bricks, right? I said it out loud that we were putting bricks in our deck. So unless he has another creator in his hand, this creator incarnate should not matter. Oh, he owns a board. That's a bummer. Oh, what a bummer, dude. Okay, well, that's a problem. I draw. Oh, I drew it. Okay. Well, this was the perfect situation. This is super funny. I'm going to go ahead and play a Legendary Ocean. Now that I've played a Legendary Ocean, I activate my level limit Area B. Zaborg has terrible defense. Then I play my Deepseated Warrior. Deepseated Warrior's effect is he's unaffected by spells. And, unlike Mako's card, the opponent cannot attack me directly. But then again, Mako's safer because of that. Or Mako's card is safer. Ah, crap, I have to... Oh, that doesn't affect me at all. I forgot I'm anti-stall. I'm anti-stall, that doesn't work. Oh, perfect. I'd have to get him to activate her effect. And I don't know if he would be willing. Yeah, they can't select you as an attack target, but that means nothing. Alright, let's do Deep Sea Warrior instead, because he also played a trap. And let's see if we can bait him into doing it for us. He won't. Okay, he won't. I have to use Legendary. That's a shame. I don't want to lose him, but... what's he gonna do? Alright. I think he thinks Swords is protecting him. I don't think he understands the situation. There is a trap card though, and once he realizes I actually can kill him, he might play a little differently, so... Since Swords doesn't actually matter, I'm gonna go ahead and activate a Legendary Ocean, making me re-immune to spells. I will play my Legendary Fisherman. Sorry, Legendary Fisherman, you are being sacrificed, but it's for the greater good. DD Warrior Lady does the job. Damn you, Anka Mama. Alright, let's go ahead and attack. 600 damage. And 16 more. Now, obviously, he should not have anything that can beat my monsters, but I'm still going to play it just in case. Let's just play it just in case. Let's be super safe. I didn't want to play it earlier, though, but it's fine. Okay, yeah. We knew that. Swords, too. And now, don't play a monster card. I know you still have your trap. 2 traps, that's a problem. Okay, he thinks Sword saved him, but it didn't. And I have an anti-trap card, but it's at a bad timing, so let's just go for game. That's fine, I have 2. I own 2. I attack for game. It works. The deck works. The deck super works. I just beat smellless characters. The smell from here was nothing. I can tolerate it. Oh my god. Alright guys, our deck is viable in single format. In tag format, it definitely doesn't seem viable. But we're going to do it anyway. And don't worry, our second deck will be one that's actually in tune with Serena. So let's go ahead and buy a box. We deserve it. We've done really good today. And apparently a card we're looking for is Stumbling. Because once I get Stumbling, I'm going to make an evil clown deck. Once I get Stumbling. I only have 2. Or 1 after all. Alright, Threatening Roar, useless. Malevolent Catastrophe, useful. I actually pulled one. Wow! I actually pulled one! What the hell? I only need 1 more. I got 3 Simpsons dinosaurs now. That's pretty good. So this is good. This is really good. But it's stall, so normally I wouldn't use it. But now it's really good. The fact that we're thinking about it. 1 more and I'm perfect. This is fun. And this is fun. But none of them is necessary. Okay, that's good. That was good. Today's a great day. It's an evil day, but it's a great day. I'm going to be the bad guy. It's been a minute since I was the bad guy. Well, everyone, that's going to be it. I'll see y'all next time. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow.